Time to slow things down and see what's happening in the 608 this morning. The housing market in the greater Madison area continues to be competitive for buyers, resulting in higher home prices and quick-selling homes. New this morning, I'm introducing you to a couple of guys who hope they can help you out with real estate in the 608.
Thank you so much for joining us today for Real Estate in the 608.
On the Facebook at In the 608.
Real Estate in the 608 is a podcast.
I'm always happy to hear that story.
Adam Elliott and Ben Anton hold a lot of history here in the Madison area. And after being disappointed in so many national podcasts on real estate, they wanted to do something hyper-local.
I've been selling real estate for more than 15 years, and I'm having to look up acronyms to keep up with these podcasters. And I thought, this is not for me, and it certainly isn't for someone that is just trying to be better at living in a home.
In its third season now, Real Estate in the 608 is a Madison real estate magazine for your ears.
3, 2, 1.
With Adam's knowledge of radio and Ben's career as a broker, they are the perfect pair, especially in the midst of a housing crisis.
It gives us ample opportunity to talk about some of the things that are going on. And, it lets us also talk about some of the real issues that affect people.
And while life comes with a lot of difficult conversations, especially when it comes to housing,
Madison, it's really hard. It's really, the market's pretty hot.
Ben and Adam tell me it's all about making it easy for the listener to understand the highs and the lows.
$70,000 for a home with no interior walls on the first floor.
While leaving them with a positive taste as they go about their day.
There's a lot of people that listen just for the fun, and then there's some people, too, that I think are able to listen and kind of get a better understanding of some kind of obtuse real estate concepts that they may not realize they're part of.
Whether you're interested in investment properties, improving your own home, or are looking at getting your first place, Ben and Adam truly cover it all when it comes to real estate in the 608.
We're not trying to gain a national audience because we talk about Madison things and Dane County things, and that's what we think is important to people in this area.
Give it a listen and you'll see, well, wow, that really does sound great.
You can find Real Estate in the 608 on most podcast platforms. Ben and Adam also feature local musicians on their podcasts and have special local guests on each show. If you'd like to learn more about Real Estate in the 608, just go to the story at channel3000.com, and I'll link you right there. Pretty funny story about how I got this story tip, guys, is my friend is a big follower of theirs and said, hey, they had a little shout out to you on their podcast, and I gave it a listen, and they were talking about how we share the In the 608 hashtag. We have a lot of similarities when it comes to the branding there, but they were also talking about Chris Reese and Chris, how you sell homes on the side too. So it was kind of a funny podcast. Their March edition, you'll have to go back and listen, but they really know a lot of information. Both Chris's, I know you guys are both homeowners, and there's a lot of details that comes down to buying homes, especially here in the Madison area. I know it was not easy for both of you.
No, I was going to say I could say it wasn't, and I'm a realtor. And it was still a challenge, but I'll tell you what eventually worked out for me was new construction, but new construction now is a lot harder than it was. A lot of these builders are saying, hey, we have a spec home that's ready to sell, and you have 20 offers coming in on it within an hour of them pricing it and putting it on the market. So for buyers, it is challenging, but a lot of my buyers have been successful lately. So they're getting out there and they're making moves, but it is a challenge right now.
Yeah, and for me, I just found a home that nobody else wanted that was in such bad shape, and we scooped it up. So yeah, it's red hot right now, and it's evolving so fast. It's great to know that a couple of guys are having a podcast and focus specifically on Madison, because there are so many out there that are focused on the national level, and you just can't really get into the specifics of certain areas. So
yeah.
I'll have to give that a listen. Thanks,
They're
Jim.
all about local. Yeah, they have the local details. They have the local musicians. They have the local guests. So give them a shout out. You can go on to our website and check them out right there.
Will do. 6:20 right now, still ahead. The Jumping Muskie at Lake Wingra. How much longer you have a chance to check them out?
And ahead in our next half hour, continuing coverage on that deadly shooting at a FedEx facility in Indianapolis. Stay with us. This is News 3 Now this morning.
Power Nation, America.